What are most people insecure about that others don't realize? I once had a patient ugly cry in my dental chair because someone called his teeth yellow 2 years ago. I've been a dentist for over a decade and this is something I see regularly throughout all my patients. Because people don't take good care of their teeth, despite it being the most important part of your face. I barely even noticed the giant blisters on my patient's face, or how his hair resembled a dog with a wig meme. All I could pay attention to were his bright yellow teeth, and how when he caught me looking at them he would instantly cover his mouth. I could look away for enough time to hear how he's always been self-conscious of his yellow teeth, and how no matter how much he brushed, flossed and used whitening strips, they never improved. He told me that he even stopped smiling with teeth to avoid drawing attention to them, and when he did catch himself smiling or laughing, his hand flew to his mouth. He said it ruined his confidence, and every other part of his life. My patient told me that his appearance stopped him from making any friends, and when he did attempt to talk to someone, they were quick with the insults. He even half-joked that he didn't think anyone knew his name because he was always called gross and butter teeth. But that's not even the worst part. For some reason that he can't even explain, he decided to ask out a girl and it blew up in his face. Apparently, everybody pointed and laughed at him, and the girl started crying because she never imagined someone as ugly as him asking her out. This was known as the incident in his school, and everyone was either posting about it online or talking about it. They even started doing reenactments in the halls and classrooms whenever he was around. He confessed that he considered ending it all, when he realized everyone who played as him in the reenactments put mustard on their teeth to copy him. That's when he knew he couldn't keep on living like this. It was hard not to take pity on him. I've seen patients with teeth in worse condition, but I've never heard a story as bad as that one. So I knew I had to help him no matter what. I told him that the most important thing about his appearance was his teeth, so fixing it would set him for life. He didn't even have to worry about anything else since his new smile would make him really confident. At that, he thought I was lying because he knew that even without yellow teeth he still wasn't the most attractive guy. So I told him to look up the missing tooth missing eyebrow guy. As soon as he saw that image, he was convinced and I started working on his teeth. I asked how they were so stained and yellow, and he said he drank a lot of coffee because he stays up playing Genshin Impact every night. His mouth also smelled awful and it made me gag. I was surprised he wasn't affected by the smell, but he must have gotten used to it by now. I told him his oral hygiene was really bad, so we needed to whiten his teeth and get rid of his bad breath. He asked if I could give him veneers since it was a quick solution, and he didn't want to get made fun of anymore. He said that if better teeth were going to change what little he had left of his teenage years, then he wanted to do it fast. I couldn't give him veneers because that would only cover up the problem, not get rid of it. He wanted to know how he could get white teeth naturally, and my answer to him was that he needed to brush his teeth with toothpastes that don't have harsh chemicals in them because brands like Crest and Colgate, which everybody uses for some reason, have fluoride and hydrated silica. Too much fluoride leads to brown spots in the tooth and weakens it, making it more brittle and easier to chip off. As for hydrated silica, it damages tooth enamel, and using it to brush your teeth is like using sand to clean glass. So, if he thought he was cleaning his teeth every day, he was actually doing more damage and making it far dirtier than before. I told him that just changing to a natural toothpaste with better ingredients would be more effective for him since the standard brands weren't working. Lately, I've only been giving my patients ORL toothpaste because it has xylitol, which reduces the risk of tooth decay by eliminating the bacteria that causes the decay, and avoids all harsh chemicals, including fluoride and hydrated silica. It also has the best taste, which makes it easier for my patients not to go back to their usual sweet toothpaste. But honestly, any toothpaste without harsh chemicals works. You just have to do the research first to make sure it's actually safe for you. My patient tried arguing with me when he saw that the toothpaste costs almost $30, even though people spend thousands on clothes, makeup, and useless fitness equipment. But teeth are the only thing you can never take off. When I explained it to him that way, he accepted the ORL toothpaste, and I scheduled him for a 4-week checkup since that would be enough time for the toothpaste to show some results. 4 weeks later, I actually found him talking with the other people in the waiting room. This was something he had never done before, but he seemed really comfortable talking with everyone. The moment he entered my office, he immediately started ranting about his life, and as soon as he started speaking, I could see, and smell, the difference. This past month, his schoolmates had stopped saying bad things about him, and nobody called him butter teeth since his teeth weren't yellow anymore. And because he was far more approachable now that he was more confident with his appearance, he had some friends who invited him out a lot. Most of his nights were spent partying with them or playing video games. Mind you, he hadn't groomed himself at all and still had acne all over his cheeks and a horrible bowl cut. All he did was fix his teeth with the ORL toothpaste and people were all over him. I honestly recommend anybody reading this ditch their toothpaste and go for one that will actually fix your teeth like ORL. But I did recommend a barber to him because I was tired of looking at the real-life version of Vector.